Cardi B and Offset are at it again. And despite everything that Cardi has going for her, she unfortunately keeps letting Offset win and keeps taking his bait. Because this latest incident is the same cyclical nonsense that's been going on ever since they first got together. He cheats, she gets mad and brings social media into it and starts airing him out, says it's over, files for divorce or whatever. Then he finesses her in some way, either with words or gifts. They get back together and the cycle starts all over again.
Well, I appreciate that, but we're not going to let him win for this in Cardi's case, because we have some things to say that Cardi B is going to get out of this situation, and she is not going to take the bait continually. Okay? And there's one thing I have to say. She has every right to tell this side chick to get out of her house. How dare her? There is one thing a side chick thinks that she can get away with, and that is confronting the wife. And I have an opinion about that, and it's not good that she thinks that she can confront Cardi B like this and then try to bait her with this possibility putting up a video of being in her house. So yes, we are not going to let Cardi B take this bait, because Cardi B is the one that is the wife who is on the throne and can call the shots. But we are going to just let this side chick know, girl, you better go somewhere.
Yeah, and it's crazy the way these women act, because it really has nothing to do with the man. It's all about getting over on the other woman.
Yes.
And yeah, Cardi has every right to feel some type of way about this woman being in her space and trying to bait her. But when she engages with her back and forth,
right,
that is when she's giving this woman power, because the queen is not supposed to come off her throne, especially not for some other foolish woman who don't even know what side her bread is buttered on. So she's talking about how this girl has been blowing up Cardi's phone with Offset. Offset, or Off to Cheat, basically sent Cardi a FaceTime with him and this girl on the phone together, and basically trying to rile her up to the point where Cardi eventually ended up reaching out to the girl herself.
Whoa.
And telling the girl, oh, well, and you know how it goes. What she said on her spaces was that she sold the girl the voice messages of Offset threatening to harm himself or harm Cardi. So basically probably that was along the lines of, oh, you think this he wants you, but he's still calling me and saying all this to get me back. And she let that trigger her into reaching out to a side chick. To someone really, it's not even a side chick. This is just some girl he dealing with.
Exactly.
She don't even have a label in his life.
Exactly.
But Cardi just gave her relevancy.
Oh, yeah.
By not only calling her, Cardi B called some irrelevant woman.
Oh, my gosh.
And then when that first little thing didn't stop whatever they were doing or whatever they were baiting her with, she reached out to the girl again to let her know how bothered she was. Don't be in my house. Wait a minute.
Oh, wow.
The way you get at these chicks like that is ignore them. Act like they are irrelevant, because that's what they are. You can't give them any relevancy.
Oh, my. That is an awesome point you just made. That's right. This girl is not even a side chick. She has no relevancy. And Cardi B just needs to keep her distance from this person, because she has no right to be in this woman's house. And she has no right to even think she can address the wife. This is a wife. This is a girl trying to be somebody's wife. But that is exactly right, because even when I said side chick, I was thinking to myself, well, wait a minute, is she really she's not really a side chick. Mm-hmm. So that's a very good point you just made. Thank you.
Yeah, she's not even a side chick. She has no label. She's just another girl he's passing the time with, trying to use to tick Cardi off. And it's she gave him the blueprint of how to mess with her. Right. She did it a long time ago. She did it before they even first met. So back in 2017, Offset let it get around that he was interested in Cardi B. He and the Migos had their hit, and they were, you know, going from strength to strength in the industry. Cardi B was a breakout star on Love and Hip Hop New York,
right?
And she was getting ready to release her mixtapes,
right?
Her first mixtape. So she came to his attention some kind of way, probably through that Love and Hip Hop, because she was viral on Instagram.
Oh, she was very good on that.
You know, so. He told the people around him, hey, I want to, I'm into Cardi B. Mm-hmm. I like Cardi B. Uh-huh. Cardi B, some kind of way, found out, she heard the rumors. Cardi B's first thing, I don't date rappers.
All right, girl.
And she said, because what it looked like, he's this rapper, and who is she for him to even be into her right now?
Wow.
And what it looked like, her falling in love with him, only for him to not take her serious.
Girl, she said that?
She said that before she ever even met him.
Oh, Cardi, girl, you were on to something.
But she gave him the blueprint by telling all of that.
Right.
Because what was his next step? His next step was to set up a meeting between the two of them. Now, Cardi was thinking that this was a chance meeting that they had at an industry party. Offset described it as a power move that he made to meet her.
Oh my, oh wow.
So he was playing these moves right then. He was already looking at the strategy for how he was gonna get this girl. And most of the time, yeah, that's a wonderful thing when the man is going after the woman. He findeth the wife, findeth a good thing.
Right.
But the problem is when that man's intentions aren't right.
Yes.
And he is going against whatever the instincts of the woman is.
Right.
That it doesn't make for a good relationship.
Wow, Cardi, girl, you were onto something. Did you hear that? A power move. He considered a power move to get you, girl. Girl, you had the power. He considered that a power move. Now, that is saying something right there. Mm-hmm. But I am just so I'm so not really happy that she did not see her own value and her own worth continually, because initially she did with saying, well, I'm not going to date a rapper, I'm not going to have it. She was on it. She was on to something, and she saw her worth. But then somehow it seems to me that when this person got in her life with wrong intentions, then she began to not maintain that visual of who she is.
Yeah. It's because of the way they let them talk to them. They let them whisper in their ear.
Yeah.
So Cardi had all this going for her.
Yes,
and she knew when she was on Love and Hip Hop, it was all coming out of her, how you don't let these men use you. And for her to have that type of mindset already,
right?
She knew what was up. From her background, from her being, a dancer and all, she knew exactly what was up. She knew what the game was.
Girl, yeah.
But she let this man so-called persistence and consistency in coming after her, because she said another thing. She said, oh, well, if you that consistent, come get her then. She let him...
A bug is consistent.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
She let him start whispering all that nonsense in her ear, so gassing her up. Because on that show, Love and Hip Hop, she was saying how that first dude that she was dealing with, that DJ she was dealing with, he never believed in her music. Mm-hmm. And that's what she said. He don't believe in her. He never believed in her. And so... that's what Offset knew. He knew how to come at her. So he came at her with the persistence. He went after her, and he told her, "Oh, I like your hustle. Your work ethic is great.
Yes.
You doing big things.
Wow.
I love the way you love family and put family first. Oh, I love how raw you are, and you go after this." He knew how to gas her up.
Yeah.
Told her he believed in her music. Told her that she could do all this. He was gassing her up. And the thing is, when you really know who you are, you don't need anybody else to gas you up like that.
Girl.
But him getting in her ear, gassing her up, and her continually to, basically let him feed her ego, is what let her throw all of that initial, I don't want no rapper, I'm not going to get played by no man. She threw all that out the window and gave him the tools, gave him the keys to keep coming after her the same way.
Wow, that is amazing that you brought that up, because she already knew that within her what she was, and when she just heard it reverberate back to her from him, she's like, oh yeah, that's right. But Cardi, you already knew that you were all that. Mm-hmm. You were that girl. I mean, you are that girl.
Right.
And just continue to be that girl. Go back, dig within, and know that you are that girl. Girl, you were the star.
Mm-hmm.
You are that girl.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the same thing that hopefully she comes to realize this, that she even said it. She said it in this latest spaces that she did over the weekend. She said that every time she finds peace, here he comes to ruin it.
Wow.
And
wow,
she sees the cycle.
Yeah,
she sees what it is.
Does.
It's just to not let it make her fall into that same trap over and over again. He did it with the wedding. No one knew they were married for like 9 months, and the only reason anyone found out was because people were dragging her for letting him make her his 4th baby mama.
Okay.
And she comes out and says, oh, we actually been married for 9 months. What is the purpose of hiding that?
Exactly. And you're not. It's supposed to be a joyous occasion, and we're just speaking on behalf of this being something that Cardi can look at and remember who you are, Cardi, because you do not have to talk to irrelevant girls that think they have a right to come up and say anything to you. And for that matter, you don't have to keep going back and forth with Offset, who you said through his consistency or whatever. Well, we see that a bug can be consistent.
Exactly.
Okay, so Cardi, just keep your head up. Stop talking to these irrelevant girls who think they have a right to say anything to you.
Exactly.
The wife.
Exactly. And hopefully she realizes that, she doesn't have to keep on with this toxic cycle. And, Cardi knows about Jesus. She knows who to thank. She knows who it all comes from. So, Cardi, just ask Jesus and receive his deliverance from all of this mess.
Yes, Cardi. And we'll continue to pray for you.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Remember to like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.